In this video, I will highlight 3 ways that students can use Immersive Reader in order to have full access to accessibility features that Immersive Reader offers. Perfect. The first thing to understand is, what does Immersive Reader do? Immersive Reader can help students improve in comprehension. It supports fluency for English language learners, helps to build confidence for emerging readers. It offers decoding of text solutions for students with dyslexia and other learning needs. There are over 100 different languages that Immersive Reader can translate into, and over 40 of those can be read aloud. And it provides a scaffold to ensure students with a variety of learning needs have access to grade level text. When starting to use Immersive Reader, the student or the teacher will think about the text that they want the student to have access to. A place that I like to browse content and get text from is called commonlit.org. CommonLit has a library of resources that teachers can search for free, and they can push out to their students. There's a lot that CommonLit can do, but let's just use it right now for a text that we might use for students to have access to. So when I find an article that I'd like for students to read, I might think about pushing it out to them. And of course, I can use the accessibility features built into CommonLit. But if I want to use this as a demo for Immersive Reader, I'm going to first take the text, copy it, and I'm going to move over to my Schoology class. And I'm going to head on over there. And when I'm in my Schoology class, what you can do as a teacher is add a page instead of an assignment. If you paste text into the page and you go ahead and invite students to read that text within Schoology, Immersive Reader is already built in to the text. So when the students open it up, any page that you've already pasted into that page, the text has this feature over here that says Immersive Reader. Why is this important? Well, Immersive Reader can do a lot of things. The first thing it's going to do when you click on that button is to start showing you the text within the platform. And Immersive Reader has this incredible feature where you can highlight words and get the pictures of those words, and it'll read the word out loud for you. You can have the text read out loud for you. Students can change the voice settings from male to female. They can change this voice speed. When students head over to text preferences, they can change the visual settings of the text for their own accessibility needs. And they can change the colors, the font, and or the size and spacing. In the second section here, there's a space for the students to highlight segments and syllables of words or parts of speech. And the last feature here allows the students to see the identification. So that will help with any grammar lessons that might need to occur. But here's where a lot of magic happens, and that's in the reading preferences. Students can go to choose a language, and this is where there's over 100 languages, and they would translate the entire document into that language. And even though it's translated, it will also be read aloud. What's really amazing is that they have so many different languages, and there's really no other tool out there that has this feature other than Immersive Reader. Even CommonLit had many languages, but Immersive Reader has more. So if you really have students from all over the world and you want to provide that accessibility for translation, that's one of the best places to use that is through Immersive Reader, which you can get in Schoology. So that's one way to get Immersive Reader. But the second way that students can access it is by going to the Chrome Web Store and adding an extension in their own extensions. And what happens when they do that is anytime they want to go to any web page, they can open up a web page. So I'm going to go to this web page. I was reading an article, 3 ways to support your students with Immersive Reader. And now that I have this web page open, just the regular web, I can click on the extension and the entire text from the web page is now embedded in Immersive Reader. So that's the second way that they can have access, because they can go ahead and read it within use that feature on the website. Another way that students can access Immersive Reader is by using a Google document. If the teacher or the student pastes the text onto a Google document and then go to File, Download, and publish that document to the web, then that same extension that we use for that website will work on the Google Doc, and students can click on Read Text and have all of the accessibility built in within that Google document. So all three of these ways are really helpful, starting with using Schoology with Immersive Reader built in, using the Chrome extension where you can access Immersive Reader on websites, and then doing this workaround by publishing Google Documents, and then they are websites, and using that feature with Google Docs as well. I hope this helps you and your students communicate well and find ways to leverage digital for accessibility.